Hello students, today I am going to discuss the contract of sale. Contract of sale has been defined under section 4 subsection 1 of Sales of Goods Act 1930, which says that a contract of sale of goods is a contract whereby the seller transfer or agrees to transfer the property in goods to the buyer for a price. So sale and agreement to sell both are essential part of contract of sale. As per section 4.3, sale has been defined where under a contract of sale the property in goods is transferred from the seller to the buyer. It is called a sale, while agreement to sell means a contract of sale under which the transfer of property in goods is to take place at a future date or subject to some conditions thereafter to be fulfilled. So we can say that sale is an absolute transfer and agreement to sell is a conditional transfer which is subject to future time and certain conditions to be fulfilled. Now, what about the essentials of contract of sale? Essentials of contract of sale, number one, bilateral contract. Bilateral contract means there are two parties, seller and buyer. Second, there must be a transfer of property in goods. It means transfer of ownership in goods from buyer to seller, from seller to buyer. And third one is subject matter must be goods. Under section 2.7, goods has been defined. Goods means every kind of movable property other than actionable claims and money, and includes stocks, shares, growing crops, grass, and things attached to or forming part of the land which are agreed to be severed before sale or under the contract of sale. So what about actionable claims? Actionable claims are things which a person cannot make use of but which can be claimed by him by means of a legal action, like claim for unpaid loan. Money here means current money, but not the rare or old coins which may be treated as goods bought and sold as such. So goods may be classified as existing, future, and contingent goods. Existing goods, those goods which are owned or possessed by the seller at the time of the contract. Existing goods may be further classified in three parts: specific, ascertained, and unascertained. Specific goods. Specific goods means those goods which are identified and agreed upon at the time of making of the contract. Ascertained goods, goods identified subsequent to the formation of the contract of sale. For example, X goes to Samsung showroom to purchase a LCD and selects the same of a specific model, and dealer agrees to deliver the same LCD so selected and approved by X shall be called as ascertained goods. Unascertained goods, goods which are not specifically identified by the buyer but are contracted on the basis of description. Second, future goods, those goods which a seller does not possess or own at the time of the contract. It is to be manufactured or produced or acquired by the seller after making the contract of sale. For example, if a farmer agrees to sell future crop of a particular agricultural field in the next season, this is an agreement to sell future goods. Contingent goods. Contingent goods means goods the acquisition of which by the seller depends upon a contingency which may or may not be happen. For example, a contract to sell 100 pieces of particular cloth provided the ship which is bringing them reaches the port safely. This is an agreement for the sale of contingent goods. Number 4, price. Price means monetary consideration for sale of goods. And number 5, all other essentials of a valid contract. As per Indian Contract Act 1872, there are several essential elements of a valid contract, like the parties to contract must be competent to make a contract, the consent of the parties must be free, the object of the contract must be lawful, and so on. So these essentials must be a part of the contract of sale. Okay, so thank you.